Have you ever thought that your body is merely a stack of running DNA code? We often praise the perfection of human anatomy as if it were a final masterpiece. But from a biological logic, you are actually running the most complex software in the universe called DNA. And just like human-made software, DNA often experiences bugs, errors, or systemic glitches during the installation process in the womb. Today, we won't discuss common illnesses. We'll dissect 12 of the rarest medical anomalies ever recorded in history, moments where the universe conducted wild experiments on the human body. Let's dissect how human hardware changes drastically due to one tiny error at the atomic level. Hypertrichosis, werewolf syndrome. The logic is simple. Our body has a protocol to grow hair in certain areas and stop in others. In sufferers of hypertrichosis, the stop button on these hair follicles is completely broken. The result? Thick hair grows to cover the entire face and body. Imagine a biological printer where the ink is spilled in the wrong parts. In the past, they were considered cursed or mythical creatures, when in fact, they were just victims of growth instructions running redundantly. Polycephaly, two heads, one body. This is a condition where one body has two independent heads. From an embryological logic, this happens because the division of identical twin cells is incomplete. Imagine a single computer unit, the body, forced to run two processors, the heads. The main problem isn't appearance, but coordination. If the left head wants pizza and the right head wants salad, how does the motor system work? Polycephaly proves that consciousness is individual, yet the body is merely a mechanical vessel that must sometimes be contested by two different lines of instructions. Fibrodysplasia ossificans progressia, the stone man. This is the most horrific anomaly medically. FOP is a glitch where the body's repair protocol is too aggressive. Normally, if a muscle is injured, the body repairs it back to muscle. But in FOP sufferers, the body instead repairs it by turning it into bone. Slowly, all your muscles harden. Your joints will be permanently welded by your own immune system. This is a lethal over-engineering logic. A defense system intended to help instead turns you into a living statue trapped within your own body. Ectrodactyly, cleft hand. Known as lobster claw syndrome, this condition occurs when the middle fingers fail to form, creating a large gap that makes the hand look like a claw. Evolutionarily, 5 fingers are the efficiency standard, but an error on chromosome 7 changes this blueprint to be more minimalist. This condition teaches functional logic. Even if the shape deviates far from the standard, the organ can often still function. This isn't a hardware deficiency, but an extreme design variation. Progeria, premature aging. Normally, humans age over decades. However, in progeria sufferers, their biological clock is extremely overclocked. A 10-year-old child can have the physical appearance of an 80-year-old grandfather because of a protein called progerin that damages the cell nucleus. This is proof that time, for biology, is merely a chemical variable. If the lines of code are wrong, body cells can age 10 times faster. Progeria is a reminder that a mini-apocalypse can happen every day on a cellular scale. Epidermodysplasia Verruciformis, tree man syndrome. This occurs when the body has a fatal bug in the immune system that makes it unable to fight the common HPV virus. As a result, warts grow uncontrollably until they harden like tree bark on the hands and feet. The logic is systemic vulnerability. Without the proper antivirus, a single tiny virus can duplicate itself until it fills your entire biological hard drive. This condition shows how fragile our body's protection is against the external environment. Melanism, total dark mode. The opposite of albinism, melanism is the excessive production of melanin so that all skin, hair, and eyes become pitch black. In the wild, this is often a camouflage advantage, but in humans, it is a very rare aesthetic anomaly. You are the dark mode version of the human species. This proves how vast the coloring spectrum is in our biological code. Color is just a matter of chemical concentration beneath the skin. Chimerism, 2 DNAs in one body. This is the most cunning glitch. Chimerism happens when a fetus absorbs its own twin in the womb. As a result, one person has 2 different sets of DNA in different organs. The POV is insane. You could take a DNA test and the results claim you are not the parent of your own child, but rather their aunt or uncle. Why? Because your reproductive organs carry the DNA code of your twin that you swallowed while still an embryo. You are a ghost to your twin that was never born. Uner Tan Syndrome, walking on all fours. Discovered in Turkey, sufferers of this anomaly walk with both hands and feet, crawling permanently. Scientists theorize that this is genetic devolution, a glitch that triggers the brain to return to an ancient protocol before humans learn to walk upright. This is a horrific reminder for our logic. Human evolutionary sophistication is merely a software update that can at any time experience a rollback to a primitive version. Anencephaly, without a main brain. A baby is born without a major portion of the brain and skull. Systemically, this is a computer without a main CPU. The heart might be because the brainstem exists, but there is no consciousness software there. This condition shows that the body is merely a useless machine if its primary processor fails to be rendered by nature. This is the most tragic limit of biological developmental failure. Cyclopia, single-eye reality. Inspired by myths, Cyclopia is a medical reality where a baby is born with one eye in the middle of the forehead because the forebrain fails to divide into two hemispheres. The logic is separation failure. The universe was supposed to create two optical channels, but instead performed a consolidation in the middle. This proves that symmetry is not about beauty, but a critical requirement so that system navigation functions can run normally. Polymelia, extra limbs. Polymelia is the condition of being born with extra limbs, for example, 3 legs or 4 arms. This is usually the remnant of a conjoined twin that failed to develop completely. These extra legs or arms can often not be controlled because they lack the proper neural support software. Polymelia is a clear example of an object duplication error when the universe miscalculates the amount of hardware that must be installed on the human frame. What is the common thread of all this? Logically, humans are just a collection of very fragile data. We feel arrogant with our normalcy, yet we are only one DNA glitch away from becoming a stone man or having 2 sets of DNA. These anomalies are not defects in a moral sense, but extreme data variations. They are biological martyrs who show us how the body works. We learn about bone growth from FOP sufferers. We understand aging from Progeria. We comprehend the importance of brain division from Cyclopia. The normalcy you possess today is not a right, but an extraordinary statistical luck. Every day your body runs billions of processes without error is a systemic miracle we often forget. Those were the 12 rarest medical anomalies in the world. From all those glitches, which one do you think makes the least sense? Is it the matter of a human eating their own twin in the form of DNA, or a body turning into stone? Thank you for watching till the end. If you like how we explain complex things to make them make more sense, don't forget to follow Synoptic. We will continue to discuss many everyday things that are actually fascinating, as long as they're explained the right way. Synoptic. The world simplified. One thought at a time.